Oh, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And there are some smaller countries where I am known as the Silent Death who sometimes pays for things in all pennies. But we've got another albatross to take a look at. And this came from the stack of burner knives they sent me. And again, I don't know why these are the ones they want me to show you guys, but these are the ones they want me to show you. So let's crack this thing open and take a look at it. And this is the Albatross AS 1945 in green. So the unboxing experience, of course, you've got the carrying pouch, we got the boy himself, and we got a microfiber. So it's kind of cool they're throwing microfibers in with a $10 burner knife, and I do like this microfiber. It feels really nice. And of course, with the stack of them they sent me, they're starting to pile up a little bit, but I am never offended by having extra microfibers. I wear glasses, and many things about wearing glasses are annoying and require microfibers. But let's take a look at the boy. And first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry, so it's already a giant step up from the last one. We've got the green anodized aluminum scales. We got a flipper tab, so let's flick the bean. And we have got a very, very over-tightened action on it. So I'm going to tweak this a little bit. I normally don't like doing that on stuff, but in this case we kind of have to. You know, for a $10 burner, I am not as offended as I would be for something that cost a bit more. But we are going to loosen this action just a hair. And let's see if that did it. Yeah, okay, so we're in business now. We don't have blade play, we don't have a lock rock, and we're still pretty well centered. So we'll also put a drop of lubricant on it while we're talking. But yeah, so if you guys are new here and haven't seen the other Albatross videos, I reached out to them and I asked, hey, are you guys interested in working with me? Because I like the Albatross brand. I got some that I really like, and I would love to check you guys out and show you on the channel. And they said, yeah, we'd be happy to work with you. What are you interested in? And I did give them one knife that I was very interested in because I was very interested in it. Go figure. And they did send that one. So, I will say, I'm kind of beating on these burner knives, but the stuff that they make that's on the nicer side is very cool. Like, we have got a very, very cool Albatross coming up. So this is not the only thing Albatross does. This is just what they wanted me to show you. But, you know, the last one we carried, really didn't enjoy it. It had a bunch of stuff going on I just did not care for. And I made that well known. But this is way better right out of the gate. You know, you've got your tip-up pocket clip. You don't have a bottle opener. You don't have a belt cutter or anything like that back here to get in your way. Like, there's already a lot to like. It looks like the ergonomics are going to be far kinder on this. Like, they weren't bad on the last one. I'll give it credit there. That was about the only good thing about it. But you do have this cord cutter right here. So let's get out some paracord. Let's see how that does, because I am curious about that function. I've never had a gut hook like that on a knife. Words are still hard. It's still your fault somehow. But, you know, I haven't had a gut hook on here, and, oh, this thing is, okay, so it did cut. Like, it took some effort, but it cut. That's a pretty cool function. It's way better than the seatbelt cutters that come on a lot of those things. So, and one thing I am interested in finding out is whether or not having this sticking out like this is going to create a problem. You know, the pocket clip's in here, and this is going to be on the inside edge of the pocket, but pulling it out, it shouldn't be an issue, but maybe putting it back in, it's going to hang up. I'm interested in seeing how that do. It's not going to function with the wave action on it, but, you know, it's an interesting feature that may or may not see some use. I am sure some of you guys are actually going to have a use for that, and that might be appealing to you. But let's take a look at our edge real quick and see how that's doing. And, of course, we have the end-all, be-all of sharpness tests. Let's flick the bean again. That's way better than out of the box. The edge is a little better than the last one was, but it's still not great. So let's get the sharpness tester out. Let me go through the process of loading up this thing, which I didn't do before I started because I never do prep work in advance. But yeah, so this is going to get dual wielded. Of course, I'm going to have the Devo Fireball with me for the week, and I'm not carrying that in my pocket. Sorry, my keys just embed too much crap in the surface, and that knife is too nice to do that to it. That is now one of my babies, and I am going to treat it very, very gently. We're going to do Cardboard Slayer on it, but yeah, I am not tearing up that 80s camo carbon. Let's arm the boy. Alright, so we're on about the worst part of the edge right here. 309. So it's at the worst part of the edge it snagged, it's not too far off from the last one. You know, it's still going to work, it's still going to be carryable, but it is not going to handle things like cutting the plastic off of pallets or anything like that. But, you know, you can sharpen that out. And let's take a look. So the last one that we had out of the box, they bit into the plunge line really hard when they were grinding the edge. And yeah, we still have some damage on the bottom of the plunge line. Like they must have turned a blind apprentice loose with a dull chisel to put the edge on this thing. But you know, it's a $10 knife. Like, and you know, we've got a couple of $10 monsters that you know, like you can't compare much else in the price range to. They are just so far above and beyond the rest of them in the quality. You know, the Ozark Trail Dropout. You got the Harbor Freight Gordon Flipper knife. Like, those things blow the curve for everything, so we kind of have to take those out of the equation if we're going to compare this to other $10 burner knives. Like, it still looks like a straight-up gas station knife. It still looks like you'd find this at a flea market, and you probably can. If I was running a stall at a flea market, I'd probably grab a big stack of these and sell them for like $15 and collect a few bucks and go home happy. But you know, this one might actually validate itself and be worth the $10, more or less. You know, I like this a lot more than the last one already. I don't foresee any major problems outside of the edge, and whether or not this hook right here is going to be annoying dealing with getting that in the pocket. Like, those are the only two shortcomings I see on this thing. Like, the build quality is far enough up there. Everything fits up nicely. You know, once I loosened up the action on this, it works well enough. You know, the lockup's solid. There's no blade rattle or anything like that. And the material on the lock is definitely thick enough. Like, it's right about average for the thickness of a lot of liner locks. Like, I don't see a lot that stands out as this is going to be a huge issue. So, and being able to carry it without the pouch is going to be nice too, because those pouches are, let's see this one. On the last one, it was a bit on the tight side to fit that knife in there and pull it back out. But let's see with this one. It's not too shabby on this one. It fits a lot better. It does, so that's a good thing. Like, it does fit a lot better than the last one did, so if you do want to use the pouch for it, you're not SOL on it, it's not going to be an issue from what I can tell. I will give it a day on the pouch just to see, but, yeah, like I said, this one is already a ton more appealing. A ton more appealing, and this is probably the best of the bunch in the burner knives. So, I wanted to show this thing off to you. I've got one in black, and that'll probably be part of a giveaway coming up in the near future. And channel members, I still have your giveaway waiting to go. I just need money to take care of shipping and all that. So, yeah, if you're not a channel member, please join. We got stuff to give away there. We've got other giveaways coming up. So, like, stuff's happening. But, you know, that is our first impression of this guy. This is what I expect out of it. A pretty decent week outside of that factory edge being a bit garbage. And we don't know what the steel is. We don't know. It performed about like 3 CR13, maybe 4 CR14, somewhere in that window. Some low-end CR series steel on the last one. That's what I expect here. But, yeah, that's what we got from Albatross to show off. And that's what I expect to happen this week. And, yeah, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. Like I mentioned, we got giveaways coming up. We got our live streams coming up. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. Try to win yourself some stuff and enjoy some live streams. Comments, I love some feedback. Let me know what you think about this thing and the step up from the last one. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.